G'day, Tragic here, and this is just a short announcement for something that I think is going to be quite fun and something I've been wanting to do for many years but just never got round to. And just before I start, I want to say I couldn't figure out what I was going to do for the visuals for this video, so these are just old What's in the Box videos. It's actually from the first 10 I ever did. Anyway, let's get back to the announcement. Basically, one of the things I get asked quite a lot is to make game lists, like a top 10 list, a top whatever list of something. And what I thought might be even more fun would be to make a communal list, because I'm a big believer in communities. My opinion's not worth more than others kind of thing. So what I want to try and do is get your guys' opinions on what are the best games. We're going to do a kind of like a Dice Towers top 100, except not nearly as complicated. Basically, we're doing a best game list, and we're going to hopefully get input from you guys. Now, the way this is going to work is that we have a YouTube channel, which you watch, and it's going to be a number of different YouTube channels are participating, and the people can go to our guild at Board Game Geek. Some of you may know that we have a guild called Tube Tables, which has a number of active YouTube content creators in it. And this just gives us a more interesting way to interact with our viewers. For example, Cat Weasel, who has a great channel, he's very into Eldritch Horror. He runs great video series where the players are actually random people from the internet who play and tell him what they want their characters to do on the forums. This is the kind of thing that's impossible to do on YouTube channels, and that's why the guild was set up. And if you go to the link in the description, there's always, on my videos anyway, links to Tube Tables. But in this video, there will also be links, and I'll probably put it up on the screen, to the nominations thread. And this is what we're doing. We're going to hopefully get a lot of nominations for various games. And then after that, we're going to have a voting period where everybody, including you guys, can go and vote on their favorite games from the nominated games. Now, this is going to take a while, probably about a month for us to correlate. But with any luck, we should end up with a cool list of some interesting games. And yeah, that's about it. There are some kind of quirky things we've done. For starters, we originally wanted it to be just the best of 2016, but there was some discussion that maybe this would produce an uneven list because, most people might not have played all, in inverted games, the games from 2016, or you might buy a bunch of games that sound good, but you've never gotten to the table yet. So we've actually expanded the time period to be from 2014 to 2016, the end of 2016. So that is basically 3 years, 2014, 2015, 2016. And that is going to be the format, which what I hope will be an annual event. So next time it'll be 2015 to 2017 and so forth. And this is going to do a couple of things. One, it's going to allow games to move around inside the list. Like, will a game from 2014 still be nominated and still be getting votes in 2016 or whatever? Also, it's going to allow people to have more experience with the games and just widen the selections of eligible games a little bit. And I think this is actually a good move, but you're right, it is a bit weird sounding at first, but I think it's going to work out. Anyway, this is all a test, so we'll see how it goes. So the categories are Best Game, Best Solo or Co-op Game, Best Euro, Best War Game, Best Story-Driven Game, Best Light Game, Best Expansion, Best Game Used in a YouTube Playthrough, Best Game Designer, and Coolest Game Mechanism from 2014 to 2016. Now, some of the categories were sort of combined, like Best Co-op and Best Solo Game were kind of squished together. Best Mechanism and Most Innovative Game were squashed together because we didn't want the list to be ginormous. But those are the categories. So all you have to do is click on the link in the thread or in the video, and it will take you to the nomination thread. In that nomination thread, just reply to the post Or if you want to do it anonymously, you could feel free to PM me on The Geek and simply take each category and tell me what games you would like to be nominated, as in, what is the best game of 2014 to 2016? What do you think the best game is? Not what I think. What do you think it is? Now, to make it more fun, you can list up to 3 games in your nominations. Okay? I won't go into it here, but there's a sort of system we're using to correlate all the nominated games. So you can list up to 3 games for each category. But you don't have to. If you really like one game, you can just list one game. But you can vote for as many games as you like, as long as 3 total. Sorry, you can vote for 3 games total, and that's it. So just go to the thread, write in the, hit reply, and simply list the games that you are interested. You don't have to nominate for every category either. Just vote for whatever you want. This is supposed to be fun, and we'll just see how it turns out. And we've got some kind of cool ideas to pull it together as well at the end. We're going to have an award show, and each category is going to be, assuming that everybody's going to be involved, hopefully every category is going to be presented by a different YouTube member of Tube Tables. And that's going to be done on their channel. And we're going to make a single playlist that sort of bounces all around the YouTube to all the different channels. And part of the idea of this is to create more of a community of channels, where we're all one community rather than just a collection of individuals. Because, I'm a big believer in community. So that's the big news. And that's going to be running as of now. So jump on, do whatever you need to do, vote for one game, vote for all the games. So yeah, that's that. So, click the link, vote for one category, vote for all the category, list one game in each category, up to 3 games. And then after all that's done, the nominations will be correlated into the award nominated list. And then that list will be voted on through a poll at Board Game Geeks by people to choose the winners. The process is a little drawn out, but hopefully it's going to be quite a bit of fun. So yeah. Now I also want to use this opportunity to just mention a few guild members that I think are very, very good. Now I've already mentioned Catweasel, who does these great interactive playthroughs, which is a great idea. And of course, some of the more famous guys like Box of Delights or Doug the Mystic Eye or Weemy, Marco Moorgamer. But there are some other newer members who I think are really worth checking out. So, yeah. So I'd just like to mention a few people particularly that might be completely under the radar for some people. And one of them that is actually new to the guild and is producing extremely high quality videos, and that is Geek Gamers. Now, this lady, she is a wargamer. She focuses almost solely on war games, and she doesn't really do playthroughs in the traditional sense, though I hear that she may be moving into that as well. But she does analysis of war game design, and it's actually very, very interesting. A really good channel, and she completely knows what she's talking about. Highly recommend. And basically, it's one of the gaming channels on YouTube that I most look forward to seeing. I'm a big war gamer. You don't see a lot of it on my channel because it's sort of like a subgenre of board gaming, I guess. It's not quite as popular. But yeah, check her out. Geek Gamers. Fantastic channel. Another great channel, which is growing quite fast, is another lady called Tina. And she just makes a channel called Tina the Board Gamer. And it's slickly produced, very interesting, and she's really funny. I don't know why she's so funny. I don't know if she writes jokes beforehand, but she is by far one of the funniest board gamers around, and very worth checking out. Another guy that I really, really like recently, who is more of a instructional gamer. He does... One of the interesting things he does is that he designs his own solo rules for other games and then teaches that on this channel. So games that aren't able to be played solo, he then, will show you how to play it solo. And this guy is called Mac Kern, and he's relatively new. He doesn't have many subs, and his videos are not coming out in huge amounts, but the ones that are out are definitely worth checking out. And I hope that he's going to be coming back and making more soon. So Mac Kern. Also, I want to mention a channel called Decked. Now, Decked is a channel that hasn't been producing a lot of content recently, but it has some fantastic content if you're interested in LCG card games. Not the solo games like Arkham Horror and Lord of the Rings, but actually the competitive games. He has a program called Decked, and he does it with his mate, and they actually play a game live. So they play. It's such a obvious way to do it, but I wish that I had people that would be interested in doing this with me, because I'd love to do this. Basically, they play a game live, and then after the game is finished, they then watch the game and then narrate it as commentators, talking about what's going on and stuff. And they've done Call of Cthulhu, they've done a number of different other types of games. They talk about deck archetypes. Very, very good and very, very interesting. His channel has been doing a lot of the digital version of Sentinels of the Multiverse recently, but even so, check out his older videos. They are probably the best videos of their type. The only people that come close are Teen Covenant, and they're better than them. So check them out, Decked. And that's about that. And I'll be doing this more regularly, because I want to try and bring the guilds closer together to make more of a community. So I'll be doing these announcement videos now and then, and just highlighting new or interesting channels that I have seen. And of course, there's all the staples: Jay Play, what a legend; Rick Royal, what a legend, So that's about that. I will see you guys next time. Oh, go vote for your nominations. See you soon.